Welcome back again. This is The Inner Voice, and I'm Dr. Fujan Zain, and I'm delighted to have Dr. Fardad Fateri, who's the president and the CEO of International Education Corporation, which owns and operates accredited colleges across the United States. He is the author of A Culture of Excellence, the Art, Discipline, and Practice of Breakthrough Leadership. Dr. Fateri is a part of a small group of chief executives in American higher education today with significant experience in the imperative but rare interwoven triad of academic, operations, and business verticals. With over 25 years of experience in higher education and graduating from UC Irvine and Harvard universities, Dr. Fateri has served as a professor, department chair, dean, regional director, college president, division president, chief academic officer, everything you could ever imagine. Board director and president and CEO of several medium to large size nonprofit, market funded, and privately held systems. And we have him with us now. Welcome, Dr. Fateri.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the invitation. Happy to be here.
Wonderful. So, you also talk about kindness versus weakness. I know that one of the beefs that I keep hearing and with my clients who come in, I also do business coaching in my sessions. One of the biggest beef I hear is that I go to a company, put my 100% and give of myself to make sure that I'm doing everything for them. But sometimes then they take it for granted and they don't take that my kindness, my way of being, my bringing my 100% is a gift that I'm bringing. Sometimes I'll do above and beyond what my position and job description says. I go above and beyond the hours that is expected of me just to be my excellent. And then they take, the other group, maybe other employees or even administration and executives take this as if like, oh, it's an opportunity. If they're giving, we're just going to take. What do you say about that? And when you're talking about excellent, leaderships?
Yeah, so, I think based on people's, we're all, I'm sure you agree that we're all products of our memories and experiences, right? Whomever we are today, we are this way because of all of our experiences and memories we've had. And most people are used to working in organizations and they equate effectiveness in general. I think organizations have improved a lot. Leadership has improved a lot. But a lot of people believe aggressiveness equals top achievement, or somebody that's kind is also weak. So, in our culture at IEC, we always say that our expectation of everybody, regardless of title and position, is we expect everyone to be professional, respectful, and always preserve the dignity of others, and make sure that ends and crosses all departmental boundaries. And a lot of people, again, are not used to this because it is very easy to get angry and raise your voice and get emotional and sometimes shout at people and sometimes be rude and disrespectful. We don't tolerate that at IEC. And with that said, one of the things we always do say is that people shouldn't mistake kindness with weakness. Just because we are kind and just because we are respectful and professional all the time doesn't mean that we don't have high expectations. So I think that is a part of a culture that always has to be defined and explained, because sometimes people think just because you're kind and friendly and professional, you may not have high expectations for superior performance and high achievement. We tell everybody, we manage and lead through recognition and appreciation and not fear and intimidation. Both work. People who are fearful and are intimidated perform for you, but they are the same people who will never speak up, they will never speak out, and the minute they find another job, they will leave you. So to build loyalty, you always have to, you know, coach in private and praise in public. Everybody needs to be coached, but you don't have to do it in front of everyone and embarrass your colleague. You can always take them aside and say, you did all these things right, but you've got to focus on these one or two areas of opportunity. So again, I think leading in a culture that values employees and appreciates them and recognizes them deliberately and continuously is very difficult because it takes time. And I think in many cases, it takes people out of their element because they may not be used to it. But it is effective because it builds loyalty, because people always want to work for superiors. They want to work for an organization that supports them and makes them want to come to work. Because we spend more time at work than we do at home. And
yes.
So it's important that for people to go to work being happy and being satisfied. So when Sunday evening comes, they're not thinking, oh, my weekend is over, I've got to go to work again, and I can't stand it. We want people who are excited Sunday night and Sunday evening for Monday to come, because it's a different part of their life. It's not necessarily good or bad. It's creating harmony between your personal life and your professional life, as opposed to creating balance. Because when you're in an organization with the higher level positions, balance may not exist, but you have to have harmony between what you have to do personally and professionally.
There was a research that came up that said, it was a survey, I think, that said that people, highest rate of death was actually Mondays at 8 o'clock or 9 a.m. in the morning, because people just didn't want to go to work. So based on what you were saying, is at least we'll have good, live and healthy employees and teams members to work with. Also, that they will listen to you, but they won't have to fear you. They would actually respect you. And when you work in an environment that you feel respected and respect your colleagues and people you work with, you want to go there. You'll be passionate about going. People get bored. They need to be stimulated. They need to feel productive, and they love to go to a work environment that people are sitting there together with, being loving and kind and yet very, very productive, and get positive messages. Dr. Fardad Fateri, who has created, and it's an ebook, A Culture of Excellence, the Art, Discipline, and the Practice of Breakthrough Leadership. Dr. Fateri, where can people get your book?
Actually, the book is also sold in paperback. It is available in digital format. Mm-hmm. My co-author, James York, and I are very excited to have that. Amazon is probably the fastest and most accessible way to the book.